Okay, YouTubers, today I'm going to replace the humidifier filter on my furnace. It's a whole house unit. Got it squeezed in here between the wall and the furnace. It's a Generalaire unit. This is the bottom of the filter, and up top's the top, obviously. Got a drain hose that goes down. The furnace just clicked on. When that happens, this humidistat, which is set up here, which you can change the settings on it, it opens the solenoid valve and lets water in. This is the water draining down and then into the floor drain. And the furnace is on right now, so here's the other side of the Generalaire humidifier. This is the solenoid valve right here, which may need cleaning. So we should be able to pull this hose out and see water coming out, and we are. So the humidifier is still passing water, but it's pretty clogged up. I'll get out the old one here shortly and show you what it looks like. Here's a new one. I got two of these and I ordered them through Walmart. I found that you can get anything pretty much online through Walmart, and they will deliver it for free to your Walmart store. So then when you go there to shop, if you use Walmart for groceries and other products like we do, you can pick up your delivery at that time. This uses the 990 vapor pad, and this pad works for 709, 990, 1040, 1042, 1137, and the SLR 16. This is, they claim it's, which I hadn't seen before, it's coated with clay for optimal absorption. Here's one opened. I got two while I was at it. And this has a clay residue on it, so the water sticks to it, and then the furnace air passes through it. This is the top, and they have the bottom even labeled on the sheet metal, which is nice. So let's take the old one out and we'll compare it. So I'm at the top of the unit here. This duct coming out of it ties into the furnace, and I'm kind of close up, but I don't have any choice. But it has a gate here, and you can turn this dial, and I've got it set on high right now, which means the plate in here is horizontal, so it's letting the maximum amount of air go through. And turn it to medium or low, and during the summer you just turn it completely off. So the filter sits in here, the water line coming from that solenoid. Here's the solenoid. So you can see there's some water deposits. We have pretty hard water here. I have a water softener that I use sparingly. I don't like totally soft water because it's high in sodium unless you're using something like potassium to regenerate. Anyway, so we'll lift this out. I know we won't right now because that's right, it's running. So this is what it looks like down inside. I want to make sure there's no build up. Okay, here's the old filter with the sheet metal piece taken off. You can see a lot of buildup of hardness minerals. Calcium and magnesium are your hardness minerals. As a Culligan man would say, they're dissolved rock. It usually comes, we have well water, it comes from deep in the ground and passes through limestone rock, picks up calcium carbonate or dissolved rock. So this is pretty old. We've cleaned it a couple times with an acid. It's starting to deteriorate even. But here's a new one. Here's a new one just to compare. See quite a difference. So you can't even see through a lot of the openings. It's so plugged. So the water's not uniformly being distributed over the filter, and the furnace is not, uniformly blowing it and getting it on the maximum amount of the air. So then this is the top and the bottom. So it's simply a matter of inserting this, and I don't think there's a front or a back. So we just drop it down and make sure it goes down as its lowest position. Now we're going to set the top back on. Looks like our filter may be just slightly unlevel. Okay, there we go. Make sure it's just nice parallel to the edges. You have to make sure it's centered, and this has a front and back to it. I figured out this hole is closest to the front. Slide it down and okay. You have to push it side to side and forward and backward and get these holes lined up. I got it, so now we just put screws back on. And then put the other one on like so. Tighten them down, hand tight at least, and then move the water line coming in back in place. And that should work. So, recap, the water comes in here, drains down through the evaporator filter, coats it completely across. There's a hole here in the furnace that's letting the air come through, and then in through this duct. From the duct into the furnace, and it shoots water vapor into the air, and then the air goes on into the house. So that's the way to replace the whole house filter on my whole house humidifier. Filters came in this box, packed nicely, like so, with lots of cushioning. So I'm real happy about that. So I'd recommend using these and ordering them through Walmart, because I got probably several dollars off, and there was no shipping because it was shipped to my Walmart store, and then I went into Walmart and picked it up. Old John signing off.